All right, joining us now, Fox News contributor Kellyanne Conway and former Democratic advisor Dan Turrentine is with us. All right, Dan, it's your party. You can cry if you want to. Is this the path towards the reemergence of your party? Is the future of your party the Squad, AOC, Jasmine Crockett, and Grandpa Bernie?
I sure hope not. I mean, look, we are a party right now that is completely leaderless. I mean, in normal times, it would be Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries. But both of them are terrified of our base. I mean, they are paralyzed with fear. Chuck Schumer is down 20 points here in New York to AOC if there was a primary today. And on top of that, we don't have an agenda at all. You know, all we really have that holds us together is the dislike of Donald Trump. And, you know, we saw how that went in November. And so, you know, for us to ultimately move forward, we have to come up with a real agenda that helps the real lives of real people. Even on tariffs, we're not against reshoring jobs here. We're not against opening new markets. We may quiver with how Trump is going about it. But if he starts putting more points on the board, he's going to get credit. And the American people aren't really going to care about the process the last few months.
Okay. Did I just hear a reasonable Democrat, Kellyanne? Will you help interpret that for me?
Wow.
Because he is not representative of the Democratic Party that I know today. Maybe him, Mark Penn, maybe a couple, but not many.
They are few and far between because there's very little ideological diversity within the Democratic Party. They don't have unity, they have unanimity. They all vote the same way at the same time. And that's really the challenge for John Fetterman. You know, Sean, we were together 3 years ago when he was running against Oz in 2022. Everyone knew that John Fetterman had suffered a stroke. They turned him into Fetty John, folk hero. The Senate changed the dress code for him. And it wasn't until John Fetterman, his hoodie, and his wife hightailed it to Mar-a-Lago and dare meet with President Trump to find out how maybe they can work together to serve the people of Pennsylvania, a commonwealth that both John Fetterman and Donald Trump won in their respective races. He's pro-Israel. He questions a crisis at the border. And because of what this gentleman just said, the Democrats turned against him, and they're slandering him. They're libeling him in this new hit piece. And it's all because he refuses to go along with the crowd. And, you know, this is a party that can't get rid of Joe Biden. It's almost a year since they jettisoned him after that ridiculous debate performance against President Trump, and they can't quit him. He was on The View yesterday with doctor, not that kind of doctor, clearly, no doctor in that house, Jill Biden, and he was asked the question, is it true, President Biden, that you weren't up to performing the job of president? And he couldn't answer the question. So Jill answered it for him. Every day we wake up now, it feels so great to wake up in May of 2025, Sean, to wake up and know that we have a president who can stand and sit and speak all by himself. The border is secure and closed. Peace deals are happening. Trade deals are happening. $1 trillion of investment. People are bringing manufacturing back here. Greatest middle-class tax cut is being inked. And prices are down. Even CNBC admitted today, prices on lettuce, tomato, gas, housing, everything's down. And that's just 10 days into this administration.
Pretty amazing. I'm going to give you the last word, Dan. When you look at Fetterman, as Kellyanne was pointing out, and his treatment, he really only deviates on 3 issues: the border, Israel, and Iran. I can't think of any other one. And look at how he's been brutalized. What does that tell you about maybe a 2028 primary? If there is a moderate Democrat, I don't think he'd have a shot. Am I wrong?
Well, you know what's interesting, Sean, is that in our party, the most progressive candidate has not won the last few presidential primaries. I mean, Bernie Sanders came close twice, but, you know, even Howard Dean wasn't able to do it, you know, years ago. It's going to be interesting.
This is a very different party. Kellyanne, I know you agree. This is a very different party than the Howard Dean days. But, Dan, you're welcome to join our party. We're very inclusive.
The water is warm.
Give
Come
you
on
an official
in.
invitation.
Call me.
The water's warm. Call Kellyanne. Call. All right. Thank you both. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.